Hertz plans to sell 20,000 electric vehicles from its U.S. fleet and reinvest in gasoline-powered cars. They're blaming weak demand and high repair costs for the move. Now, a company filing reveals that sales began last month and will continue throughout the year. The decision highlights waning demand for EVs in the United States. Joining us with more details is Andrew Grant, BloombergNEF head of intelligent mobility. Andrew, this is a really interesting moment because didn't Hertz actively, the Tom Brady commercials coming to mind, really tout their move into EVs? They were rewarded by it in the stock market as well. Talk to us about the rationale behind this move.
Great. So, Kriti, about 3% of the global rental fleets are electric vehicles. Hertz has been way out ahead of their competitors on this, with about 11% of their fleet having a plug. And this has created some issues for them. They are kind of learning as they go and really kind of pioneering the way in a lot of these cases. And one of the factors that they've really been hit with is this staggering drop in the residual values of electric vehicles that they purchase and then they have to resell to the used vehicle market. So just over the course of the last year, used vehicles have fallen between 18 and 30% in just over a year's time frame.
It feels like a lot of car makers, corporations, Hertz is just one example, really dove, feet first into this EV market and have made a complete turnaround. You're seeing it with governments as well. Talk to us a little bit about that reversal. Is there anyone who's still really doubling down on the move into electric?
I mean, this can vary quite significantly across different regions. One of the ways that the rental business differs significantly between the US and Europe is around how you go about purchasing vehicles and then selling those vehicles once you're kind of done with them as part of your used vehicle fleet, or as part of your rental fleet. So it becomes much easier for European companies who have agreements with automakers and with other networks to sell their vehicles back for set prices. So that really helps them on the electric vehicle side of things. But this also creates a whole range of other opportunities for new automakers that are trying to really establish themselves within consumers' minds. The way a lot of consumers first interact with an electric vehicle is through a rental. Yeah. So this presents an interesting opportunity for a few automakers out there.
You almost always hear that when they do have that experience with a rental car, they're like, oh, this is such a smooth ride. It's really quiet as well. But talk to us about the pricing here, because that seems to be, at least for Americans, a massive hurdle, whereas Europeans perhaps, because of the energy costs associated with a more gasoline-powered car, are leaning into green more so than their American counterparts. How does pricing factor into all of this?
Yeah, it's a really interesting point because there's higher upfront purchase prices for your electric vehicle, and in theory you're paid back for that by having lower operating and maintenance costs. But what we've seen, particularly with this Hertz announcement, is that the repair costs are actually much higher than you would anticipate to replace some of these parts, because dealer and repair networks aren't quite so familiar with these vehicles. So that's really driving up a lot of the costs there and has been a major factor in what Hertz has decided to do with their vehicle fleets at the moment.
Talk to us then a little bit about the tax incentives associated with this as well, because it feels like when Tesla first came about and you looked at some of their numbers, for example, using Tesla as a bellwether for all of the other EV options that you have, the tax incentives were a really big part of getting people on board and basically taking on that luxury aspect of an electric vehicle. Do tax incentives, government incentives, even here in Europe, make a difference?
Absolutely. So particularly when you're getting a market started in the early stages, these upfront purchase incentives that make the purchase decision much easier are incredibly important. Those are starting to go away across Europe, and we've got the IRA in the US, which is kind of this new wave of purchase incentives that will help people with the transition to electric vehicles. But you can't keep spending that type of money forever if you're a government and you're looking at your budget. So they will start dialing back those incentives once you get past a certain electrification threshold.
Yeah, a really interesting dynamic that we're seeing in the EV space. It feels like it's quite literally doing a 180, a start and stop in terms of whether you want to fully push in. Andrew Grant, BloombergNEF's head of intelligent mobility, joining us this morning with a crucial story in the trends that we are seeing in that space.